But did you know that the practice of tipping is rooted in racism and enslaved African Americans? Well, today we're going to talk about it. And if you like stories like this, you can find more stories like this at onemyhistory.com. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so on Buy Me Coffee on my Patreon in the description below. Give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. But without further ado, let's get started. The concept of tipping or offering a gratuity has existed for hundreds of years and differs slightly across cultures, tracing its roots back to the 16th century Tudor period of England, where overnight guests typically would present veils as tips to their host household staff to show appreciation for their service.
Personally, I don't know many of you do tip. General Moscow, do you like tipping? Are you a tipper? Personally, I do like tipping, but if I'm good, of course, if I feel like I'm generous enough in a specific day, not all the goddamn time, not all the time that I'm gonna go maybe to a store or a shop, I'm gonna be leaving my change. No, I personally believe in service. I feel like tipping does come off with the service you've gotten, of course. If you felt welcomed, how you've been treated, especially in a country, say a country like Tanzania is really a country. If you get good service, you're tempted to tip because people are so kind, very welcoming. So personally, if I give a tip, is number one, am I okay financially? Am I just gonna give because I should give? No, I should be okay financially, and of course, the services also do matter because I'm heavy on services personally.
This is widely believed to be the origin of the term tipping, but it's most likely a myth. So, what's the reality? The 17th century European feudal period contributed significantly to shaping today's tipping culture. Tipping was almost non existent in the United States before the Civil War, but it was commonplace for European nobility to reward service workers with an additional sum of money or a tip. This practice eventually made its way across the Atlantic, arriving on American shores in the late 19th century when wealthy Americans in the 1860s discovered the tradition. Wanting to seem autocratic, these individuals began tipping upon their return to the United States. However, in the years before the Civil War, America was divided into two parts: the North, which was more industrialized, and the South, where slavery had formed the backbone of their economy. The South benefited heavily from the unpaid labor of enslaved Africans.